That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He was taken down by Cassius Marsh. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a man open down the middle of the field and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, what's the ball?
On first down, it's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Second and 11. On play action, it's Wentz. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Taylor. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third.
Play action, now Wentz. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
By Jalen Ramsey.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. but a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trent Murphy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Extra point.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Their own 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain. Or
wide open, complete, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Roethlisberger will throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Steelers 8.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Colts.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Ball carrier.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Again, the ball carrier.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time, Wentz will throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
The score, Colts 31, Steelers 8.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Colts 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that ball. 31's the mic. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. He's 2. 31's the mic. Get the leg.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Steelers
ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
16 more yards.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
3-yard loss on the
This
play.
will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. That catch good for only a couple. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
5 more yards.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Roethlisberger, and he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7, and that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
On the tackle.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
That's another Steelers 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Flushed it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They go play action with Roethlisberger. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he stopped immediately there.
They're on the
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
That it?
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Steelers 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
6-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Colts 48, Steelers 24. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score.